Hi. It's been a while, right? So I have some news. Yes, I know. It's been a while since my last video, and I didn't film anything. I mean, I actually filmed something, but I didn't edit it. Edited it. Because, yes, after the market, I was a little bit crushed, I would say. There is some last preparation filmed for the market, and I didn't film everything I did because I was already exhausted, but by the end of preparation phase, so I didn't film everything. And now I just want to tell you how it went, and you will see some videos from preparation and my voice on the background. I will narrating this vlog a little bit. So let's start from the beginning. I mean, from the end of preparation phase. At the end, I really did everything I could, and the last phase was preparation for my booth decorations. And I made this sticker stand. I was inspired by other artists who did something like this for her stand, and I just decided to do something similar in my style. So I just cut everything on the foam board, I painted it, and just glued the card holders to it so I can put there my stickers. I think it turned out pretty well. I actually like it. Yeah, it was a little bit dusty when I was working on it, and the first one actually didn't work out, so I needed to cut another one. And after that, I just had several days to relax and chill before the market. So the market itself was it was scary. It was my first time, and when I came, I realized that my table is so big. It's really, really big, and I don't have that much stuff to put there. So I was panicking, but I collected myself and put everything on the table. I tried to duplicate my stuff to make to create the feeling that I have much more than in reality. But the worst part was that right in front of me there was a huge store, and they were like working on. They created like prints on the shirts, t-shirts, and like, I don't know, posters in horror style, and they have had a lot of stuff. I had one huge table which was too big for me alone, and they had like the half of the section of the row, so they were really huge. They like big store. And the first day I had a lot of gazers, and I had my first sell in the morning, approximately 1 hour after the opening. And then no one bought anything at all. It was stressful, to say the least. So people were coming and complimenting my art a lot, but they didn't bought it. I tried to analyze what I did wrong, what's going on, and no one buys my stuff. I was so exhausted. I was nearly crying, and I thought, wow, maybe that's not for me, because that's a very tough hit from reality, I would say. So the market itself was like today event, and for the second day I was mentally prepared, more or less. I was prepared not to be bothered that much. I told myself, well, it can't be any worse than the first day. Actually, second day was much better, because on the second day, I guess, more generic public came. I realized that I start to notice who actually interested in my art, what kind of people, who they are. And I realized that maybe a Comic-Con event not quite right place for me right now, because first of all, the tickets were quite expensive. Second of all, there was a ton of merch, and when people comes to Comic-Cons, they want to probably buy fan art or merch from their favorite comics or movies. And independent artists, maybe not their first choice, and that's totally understandable. So it was a very expensive lesson to me, because I haven't even make it to cover the price of the table. The table itself wasn't quite expensive, but it was like 150 or something. I don't remember clearly, because I paid some extras, less than 200 for sure. And I made maybe 60, not even close enough to cover my expenses. I had a lot of compliments. I had a lot of people who were smiling and telling how cute and nice my art is, and of course that was really, really nice. And I had a couple new followers, which was also nice. I think now maybe I won't go to the Comic-Con necessarily anytime soon, because that's just probably not my ideal market space. I will try another market quite soon. Speaking mentally, after the market, I was crushed. I told myself before the market that if I won't sell anything, and not one thing, it will be okay. I will be okay, all right with that, because I know that can happen. And first market most likely to not succeed, by according to other artists who shared their experience about market. But so I thought, okay, if it won't work out, I will be upset, but I will keep going. But I was upset, really. I was really, really upset. Maybe a month after the market, I couldn't do anything. First of all, I was very tired after the preparations and mass art production for the market. I just didn't want to do anything at all. And now I kind of feel that I'm back. I have resources to continue. And with that, I had some help from the outside, I guess. Well, first of all, what did I do to overcome my issues, my difficulties with well, first of all, I must admit that I'm a very sensitive person and I can go spiraling very easily. So sometimes it's very difficult for me to step out that negative mindset, because of course I was thinking that something wrong with me and I'm never gonna succeed, that it's an end, one fail is enough for me, the universe telling me that I should stop. Yeah, that's just spiral thoughts. Of course I'm gonna continue, of course I would like to try further, and hopefully one day I will succeed enough to say that I overcome my first fail. I have a couple of ideas and I want to start drawing them soon, so maybe probably next vlog will be about drawing. But what helped me to stay sane in this very negative phase after the negative negative phase after the market. What helped me is I started to learn Korean. 정말 갔어요. 백화점에서 뭐 했어요? I really like Korean culture. I'm a big fan of Korean cuisine, and I cook something Korean every day at my house. I like the taste of the spices. I like the taste of the gochujang. I like spicy food. I don't know what to say. I just really like Korean food in every form. I do namuls and some pickled vegetables. It's very I don't know, it's just very good. Oh, and also, by the way, I started to trigger warning dieting. I started to be more aware of what I eat, and I lost some weight, and I'm very happy about that. And I believe that Korean cuisine actually helped me with that, because the richness of the flavors, brightness of it helps to cook very delicious food. Eat a lot of veggies. I found it very helpful, and I hope it will remain and I will lose even more weight, because it was a goal for me for a long time. It was very difficult for me, and I had ups and downs in this path. So I focused on my diet, and I focused on language learning. I started to learn Korean, and I really like the language. It's very interesting. I can say that language learning is my hobby, and I really like that first phase when you just starting, and from understanding zero in foreign language, you start to understand some. That's like magic to me. So before it was all gibberish for you. It was just a sound which you didn't understand at all, and now you can slightly understand some things and say something in this language, and it's not difficult yet, because beginner's level is always very easy, and everything looks very clear. Later, closer to the middle level, language becomes more difficult, but that first entry level is very nice. I call it sweet spot to enter language learning. I studied Italian before.
Pettinarsi. And if that's noi, then it's pettiniamo. Guardarsi allo specchio. Le ragazze allo specchio. In camera da letto. Sostituire il verbo cominciare con il verbo finire. Finire? Finire. Finirsi? Lo spettacolo finisce. Finiamo. Possiamo finire di giocare. Hai finito di leggere il tuo libro? Trassata prossimo? What the hell is that? Past time? I have no idea.
But now fully consumed by Korean. And I listen to music. Basically, that's it. Yes, cooking, language learning, listen to the music, and reading books. I also recently started to read Japanese and Korean literature, and I don't understand anything in Japanese or Korean literature. It's very difficult for me to navigate because there's a lot of things. I don't really like a lot of stuff, I would say. So I'm a picky reader, I would say. The problem is what usually calls popular doesn't really resonate with me. So for example, I read one book which called, just a second, Before Your Memory Fades. It is really slow paced, and I guess it is a very popular genre in Japanese books, or I'm not sure about that, so pardon my ignorance, because I didn't really read that much. But from what I understood, Japanese and, as I heard, Korean novels are usually quite short and very slow paced. I'm not talking about legendary Haruki Murakami, okay? I'm just talking about something more modern. Yes, Haruki Murakami also modern. And I read a book from another writer. I read a book from another writer which called Homo Combini, or, well, it is translated as human, Combini human, I think. And it is really, really similar to this one. I mean, like language, pace, weirdness, I would say. That what actually helped me to recover after the market. And music. Yeah, I was listening to K-pop. It is very cheerful music. It always brings me joy. So it was like my dopamine portion. But unfortunately, I really wanted to find someone to go for K-pop party and dance, but no one likes K-pop. No, I don't have K-pop friends. And yeah, I just didn't go alone, but I guess it will be really fun to dance, just to dance everything out. Sorry for not making any videos during this time. I am trying to improve in my videos. I really hope you're enjoying watching my vlogs. Even though it's not perfect, I'm trying to be sincere with you. I'm trying to share, and I'm trying to do these vlogs as my diary. Hopefully it will bring you comfort and calmness. So my main point today is that we all have tough periods, especially when we try something new and we really want to succeed and it doesn't work out. I hope that if you facing this, something like this, if you struggle with something, you can overcome this. Just find, I don't want to say find something which will heal you. We need time to heal, and sometimes even if we're trying to stay brave and strong, inside our soul requires some healing. So if you struggle with something, you're not alone. I'm here with you, struggling too. You're on your thing, I'm on my thing. So let's just overcome it together. And if you're not struggling right now with anything, good for you, good for you, good for you. I hope it remains the same, and I hope everything will turn out the best way possible for you. But struggles still can come, but they will go, so everything will pass. Thank you for staying with me today, and